Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Intel Challenge Katowice. Obviously, we are going into what will actually only be our second match of Group B. It's definitely been some delays along the way. We actually have an Astralis logo in the spawn. Unfortunately, they are not in the server at the moment, but we do have Silhouette versus LDLC. Joining me for this game will be Hugo. And, well, what are your feelings going into this one?
I mean, it's a complete toss-up, right? Because we don't know how Silhouette are going to play. That's the most interesting thing. While we're looking at them as underdogs, I feel like after the matches in Group A, at least, we looked at the underdog and look how well they did, you know? So I feel like you can't really make a guess on this one. It's going to be interesting. I do definitely expect LDLC, the invited team to the event, to be, you know, above and beyond. But that being said, I'm not counting Silhouette out until I see them.
Yeah, well, we saw them on the bus there. They had a lot of notes written down, a lot of pistol strategies. So let's see what they actually bring into this one. Quite a lot of utility actually put into this round. They've got themselves a couple of smokes, a couple of flashbangs, and it's going to be Athena and Chubby with all of that in play. We are actually on Inferno. First time seeing Inferno. I think we've actually only had 3 maps so far. I think we had Cobble, Mirage and Overpass, and now we're actually going to have Lolita with the aggressive push coming towards her. Takes the first shot as she looks to fade away. Bouchard is going to be pushing up with Athena just behind, and actually Lolita doing all the work alone. 3 headshots already. Promise in from behind, trying to push, but, well, all that utility, it seems to have been expended, and it will just leave 2 players to try and fight this one back.
Yeah, no utility as well. That's a really big issue as well on Inferno, a map which very based around utility usage on that T side. Very difficult to get yourself in. And, you know, with Inferno being fairly new to be re-added into the map pool, there's a chance Silhouette, as this roster, may not have played it together. I doubt they're that long-standing. I know they're a fairly long-standing roster, but, you know, going back to when Inferno was in the map pool, probably, what, over a year ago?
Wait, LDLC or Silhouette?
Silhouette.
Silhouette have only been together for 2 months.
Oh,
so
really?
There's no way that they were.
Oh, of course not. That. Okay, well.
Not the previous one, at least.
No. Up towards the A site they go. Don't clear out Alex towards the back of the site. She's going to spray Promise down, and there we go. The rotation coming in. It's a 5v2 at the end of the day. LDLC just going to wipe it clean. Silhouette, nothing in that round, sadly for them. But again, this is at T-side Inferno. You can't expect too much. That was an avenue, though, to get, you know, a good 3-round start. And now we will likely see a force buy.
P90, no head armor. What? What? What?
Emily. So did someone? Oh no! It's not Lilith. It's actually Emily playing at a PC over there. I think.
But even at least she had head armor. Oh, I've got to be. There's a small part of me right now that hopes she gets one tapped. just that little bit of karma. I'm really sort of.
There's a large part of me that she doesn't want to.
Just at this stage, and actually. Suri's only going to be going for a Deke, so a little bit risky here. There is going to be pistols coming in on the other side of things. Bouchard doesn't have any head armor either, so these SMGs will be relatively effective, but there are no rifles. Again, we've seen quite a lot of teams doing this recently, not investing anything into rifles in these second round buys. I'm not a fan. Obviously, it can give you quite a lot of money, although the P90 doesn't actually earn you anything more than a rifle anyway. So I'm not really a fan of that buy whatsoever. But hey, it's up to them. It's their choice. They probably know better than I do. I'm bad at Counter-Strike.
I guess on a map like this, it makes more sense in the idea that it's very CT-sided. But that being said, it's still kind of hard to justify, right? Regardless of the CT-sidedness. But yeah, I mean, on Cobble, as we saw it, was a very, very, very bad idea because that's already, you know, a very equal map. Either way, I'm going to see how Silhouette perform in this. So one bit of utility they do expend towards the CT spawn. The issue is you can get the boost up now. Either way, no one's going to be there to boost. And Lolita, she's on top of the box. She takes down Chubby on the entry. Nice stuff. Cloud flashes through the smoke, and she'll get herself one as well. This is good stuff so far on the CT side. There we go. The one tap comes in. Lolita's out. See ya. As the Tech 9 reigns supreme, it's all on Athena. Already stuck towards the back of the site. She has 10 seconds left now. I think a bomb plant's going to be necessary, but with so many CTs in position, they will surely not allow this. The issue is she has to go down before the end of the round time, and I don't think they want to kill her. Although chasing her down is going to be STY. Nasty, in fact.
Nasty, yeah.
And she gets away with it. LDLC 2-0. Surprisingly make it fairly clean, considering they had no rifles.
Still felt good to watch that P90 go down.
Yeah.
But I think it might have actually been a one-tap from there anyway, just because, you know, the Tech 9, but either way, it is going to be that second round on the board for LDLC. We are going to see the pistols, or a few pistols invested into from Silhouette, but no armor, no nothing else. Just a smoke onto Chubby to try and maybe get a bomb plant along the way. They are going to be pushing aggressively down mid. So far, being able to find too much else. And, well, with the smoke going down, they may just have to play the patient game. They have actually thrown one out themselves. Now, this does give them a good opportunity to get onto Nasty, but it's going to be very difficult to actually get the bomb down in this scenario. You can already see a lot of positional play, a little bit of a boost over the smoke from Sari. Obviously, she's saving up for that AWP. She has come into a little bit of question recently in her form, but we'll see if that's going to be back in this event. And, well, she does go down, but the rest of the team are just being mowed away from these UMPs. Don't expect to see any more kills going the other way, especially with the Glock. I'd hope not, at least. Naomi is going to be in the corner, looking for the kill, and there we go. Klar with the knife. The new addition to this team. 6-1 and a load of cash as well.
I can see why they picked her up. Good stuff so far. And when you say new addition, Tom, you don't just mean new. You mean as in they picked her up less than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, no, it really was a new addition to the team. And I think stolen away from Millennium. And
correct. Definitely
looks like she's going to fit into this team very, very well. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how she performs. AWP is on Sari, and that's a nice start already. Isolating Athena early on. The aggressive push down mid not paying off. Look at this from Klar, trying to take it to Promise, but manages to get the first kill at least. Bringing it back to this 4 versus 4. The problem is they're pretty low on HP. Promise is going to go relatively aggressive to try and push forward, but Alex is waiting. UMP isn't the best at range, but, well, the weapon itself is a little bit overpowered, so maybe it can pull something off in this round. 1 minute 15 left on the clock. The early aggression has sort of paid off so far for Silhouette, but with very little utility left, only smokes mainly. I'm going to have to see how they'll actually get into this site.
Oh, but Lalita, flashbang goes out. She's going to peek with it. Promise turns around, but still going to go for the shot. Misses it completely. Only 50 damage onto Lalita there, and she's going to get away with the engagement. Molotov as well to stop Silhouette from fast pushing up Banana to trade. Good teamwork so far in LDLC's round. And now Silhouette, with just 3 players remaining, going to start to put a bit of a push over towards middle. I like this LDLC playing very passive towards the site, so not peeking up towards short at all, knowing that they've lost already a player early on. And there we go, Nasty going to spot out the first player. Nice spray down, there's 1, there's 2! That's a lot of money. And there we go, Sari going to finish off the job with the AWP. Team LDLC, 4 rounds deep. Silhouette yet to make a mark, but they still have got 1 more eco before they go for yet another buy, and they will have anything they need in that round, obviously. Assuming they don't invest too much here, they're going to have the maximum loss bonus. So 3,400 coming in, and AWP most definitely in play if they do so, please.
Yeah, and that was actually a bit of a bonus round as well from the CT side. We saw aggression coming out from Klar, who only had a UMP, and then Alex actually still has the UMP in play. So they've started very strongly in this map so far on the CT side, but building up so much economy, it's going to be relatively easy for them to continue to buy for the next few rounds at least. We do have a little bit invested in from this T side. They're going to try and sort of do the waterfall effect out of apartments, but there are quite a few players waiting around that angle. One with an AWP though, so there is potential.
Yeah, I mean, pistols are great up against a close range player, especially one so exposed like Sari. But she's just going to be waiting for the movement. There we go, a teammate tagged up towards long. Nasty's going to have to back off. This could be dangerous now, because they're all going to flush out of the apartments. Alex going to spam away, does connect the shots, and wow, out of nowhere, a flurry of pistol frags.
Just gets them with the D.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there. Just spammed away. You know, simple stuff. And as expected, LDLC get out of it with not losing a player, but still very, very close to Silhouette to actually make a mark there. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. They've still got the buy coming up here, so AWP is going to be in the hands of Naomi. The rest of them still on plentiful rifles. And yeah, decent buy coming up here for Silhouette, but obviously they need to start getting into this game. While it's okay to give away a couple of rounds, if you give away the first buy, that's understandable, and the pistol obviously, but once you start to get into 5-0, if you don't make your mark, you can really see things topple backwards. And look at this aggression. Oh no, going to get punished. Promise and Chubby, 2 entries. Now they may think the B site's clear though, so this is 1 positive here for Alex towards the back of the site, and they may commit. You can see not expecting Alex towards the back. She can just wait for the bomb part. She shouldn't be so open, peeking, but no one's checking her angle. She's just sitting towards the back. Finally, they're going to see her. Sari gets one in the meantime, but Bouchard takes down Alex. That's so unfortunate.
Now you have to question whether or not this is worth going for. There's plenty of money over on the LDLC side, but just throwing away weapons. But never mind, Sari's just a beast with the dig. Pushes back in, catches Athena out, and now with only a 1-woman advantage, it is going to be problematic. Nade thrown out. Bashar is low, but doesn't get taken just yet. And they have actually control of the CT spawn as well. They know there's nobody coming from this very angle, but the push comes in already. We'll see Nasty get one, looking for Bouchard, doesn't quite manage to connect. There is going to be the push from Promise, looking to go back through the smoke. This Deeg play is just absolutely ridiculous. Going for the defuse and can't quite connect, has to spray back and just not aiming at the player on the bomb. Defuse comes through, and that will be 6-0 from LDLC. The retake works out.
6 HP. That's so terrible. I can't believe so close, but just a second too late on that Glock spam. That's the thing, right? The thing I don't get, it is a mental thing, because I have played, not at this level, but I have played matchmaking, right? And when you're spraying into the smoke at the wrong angle, the thing is, after about 10 bullets, you should realize, oh, no one's dead, I should probably shoot somewhere else. But the thing is, you always keep spraying like, I know they're there, and you're a little bit off to the right or left.
I always find is, what you have to remember is, on the map, it shows you exactly where the bomb is.
It does as well.
So sometimes it's very difficult in the moment to actually just go, hey, really, I should just line it. But it is one of those things where it's just like you check the map, you just line it up, and then it's normally much easier. That's why when people say, like, how did they know exactly where the bomb is? It does tell you. Aggression, once again, will come out from Clark. Hasn't really been doing too much for them so far. She seems to either get one or get traded. And that, although is all right if your players keep going ham, it's a little bit worrying. I do think Cerise looking incredible so far. Like, pushing back in with the Deeg, just nutty plays, and really helped with that retake especially. But it is going to be a 4 versus 4 again. They are gathered up over towards this B side. They did quite a bit of damage in the previous round, but let's be honest, damage to this economy at the moment isn't going to be doing too much. They need to actually get some rounds on the board. Now the push is going to come in. Lolita at the back of the site. And there is a little bit of position over towards Church as well, but there goes Lolita, quick trade.
Nice stuff from Naomi, at least to be quick on the trigger, but still, Nasty's here over towards the back of the ruins, just waiting for the right time to strike. If she can get a pick due to over-aggression from Silhouette, that could be dangerous. The smoke goes down, that's perfect. She peeks into it, not able to connect. Still a little gap, but look at this. They're just waiting on Silhouette to expose himself. If these Ts just play it carefully and play it safe and don't expose at all, they're going to have the round in the bag, but LDLC beginning to realize the time is playing against them. The smoke going to start to dissipate, but look at Bouchard's position. She should be able to line up a free kill there. Peeks out, there's Nasty, but no! She strikes, gets the kill. Chubby falls as well, and the Eagles are going to be out, but it's Nasty to clean up the last player. LDLC, what a flawless retake there. I don't know how Silhouette didn't get a kill.
Well, I'm not sure how Nasty is 8-0. That's 2 rounds in a row where she has been in positions where they should take her down. The first one, obviously, in the previous round, defuses the bomb with 5 HP. Doesn't actually die after that either. And then also in the position there where she actually gets sprayed through the smoke. She's the person, again, just by the smoke and only goes down to, well, I don't know, something like 20.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's still not died in the server is very, very scary at this point in time. Now, the fact, the positives, obviously, Silhouette are able to get onto the site. Obviously, the big negative is the fact that if you take the B site, you should be holding onto it. It is a difficult site to retake. You shouldn't just be giving it away that easily.
I mean...
Also, we have a secret agent in the server, which doesn't
We do, 007 for Athena. Well, the thing is, again, it's hard to look at this one because it's like you don't really expect anything from Silhouette. Anything they show is going to surprise me because the thing is, there are, I don't want to
like... It's their first event.
Yeah, I don't want to like bash on them, but they've not done anything before. This is their first land.
Well, this is a team that's been made by Bouchard from 2 different ESEA teams that she's had.
Yeah, it's impressive in and of itself. They managed to qualify over some of the competition, and especially to take into account as well for the qualifiers. For those who weren't aware, there were 3 EU slots for qualifiers and 1 NA slot, and obviously the competition in EU is far greater. I think that's unarguable, right? So that's why. But the fact that they were able to qualify through the only NA spot,
it's not even NA. It's just America. Like, so there's Brazilian teams as well, and Brazilian teams have made it into the tournament before.
There have been previous, of course.
So it is like obviously direct invitations. They're going to be the teams to beat. Well, obviously, we talk about the Dignitases, and of course the COGGs.
Athena's picking up. She just
James.
No, she just put 007 secret agent as well or something in chat.
James Bond is cute. Which one?
Oh, Daniel Craig. Don't know. Roger Moore.
Oh, no, obviously Piers Brosnan.
Oh, Piers Brosnan. Can't say no to that. I mean, we're all men here. We can all agree.
Yeah, we can.
Well, we're not all men, but
yeah, actually, most people in this event, surprisingly, are not.
I know that's a weird one, isn't it?
I feel like there was some sort of rule there, but I don't know.
Don't worry, Tom. I heard you're competing in the next year's season. You're going to get a direct invite. Just kidding. You're not going to see us.
Yeah, that's the reason. just going to throw on a wig and just like join in, just like...
Tommy, Tommy, you need to throw on a wig anyway,
Let's
mate.
move on.
Back into the 8th round.
Yeah,
LDLC.
attack pause is coming.
Yeah.
Bouchard has, well, spoken to her team. She's decided on what they're going to be doing in this round, and it looks like they're just going for a much more default standard play, waiting for aggression, seeing if they can catch anyone off. I have been informed that the lurker of this team is Naomi, and you can see her a little bit further away from the rest of the team. Hasn't really seen too much from them. They don't actually have an AWPer. We saw her pick it up in the last time it actually came into the team. And what I do feel like not having a dedicated AWPer can be quite a difficult prospect.
We saw the effects of not having a dedicated AWPer in Dignitas earlier on today, didn't we? You know, they had some struggles up against Vexed, obviously, in the first map on Overpass, a map very dedicated to AWPers, with no one picking it up pretty much CT or T side. They got absolutely ruined. So it is an issue if you don't have a dedicated AWPer, but or at least a player who's willing to pick it up a lot of the time.
Yeah,
you know, like you don't have to have one specific role, like player dedicated, but if you don't commonly use the AWP, you are going to have issues, and we've seen that in certain teams. So
yeah, like alternate attacks at the moment.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a good example.
We are going to have, once again, the setup coming in over towards this B site. Actually smoking off the left side of the site, going to be trying to take towards CT. I quite like this strategy. The problem is the aggression of Klar may just be there to catch him out. They're going to go back through the church. I quite like this.
I've never seen this.
But we'll see if it can actually work. Athena's going to get her first kill onto the board, helped by a promise to get the second. Actually, Sarita's going to miss a shot. Naomi with another, looking like the pause may have just worked out. They do have to get themselves the bomb down. Got to be a little bit careful with the position they choose. Obviously, we've already seen 2v4 retake with both of these players. And are we actually going to see Nasty die?
No, she doesn't want it. She knows what's happening. She wants that flawless game. She's going to be running back towards City spawn. Obviously, just trying to hold on to these guns here. It's a bit of...
shall not die.
No. Unretakeable situation, surely, as Silhouette finally pick up their first. And Tom, I've got to say, have you ever seen that? Wrapping through ruins back into the site? I don't think I've ever seen that on Inferno.
I'm sure it has been done, like on the old iteration, but yeah, no, I like it. I like it.
We should be talking to the people from Silhouette after and finding out who came up with that, because that is actually really, really good.
I would imagine you'd give credit over to the in-game leader for that part.
But the thing is, right, while that does make sense and it's good, I feel like it's more of a surprise tactic. You know, you can't, if it becomes a big thing, everyone's going to just spam through the smoke, right, and it won't work.
Well, it's like like people have been talking about that boost. Like, there's going to be counters to it. There's no doubt there's going to be counters to the boost on the plant pots, because it's just so easy to do. It's sort of like when this map first came out again, there was just the boost like on Banana, just to get over the little wall. And then people just shoot the wall now. It's just become common practice. So Nasty still going to be 8-0. And first round on the board for Silhouette. Of course, that does reset any loss bonus they have, so they need to continue this sort of form if they are going to survive in this map. Of course, it is CT-sided. Sari is just... no fear whatsoever. Goes aggressive over towards apartments, playing that sort of JW style Inferno. Probably my favorite style to watch. Just, you don't know where she's going to be, and that is scary.
Yeah, she's going to wrap around back towards long as well, so repositioning, posting up in a new angle, this time less aggressive. And I like the way LDC are playing this, because you see a lot of teams just have a lot of focus in towards middle, you know, repeatedly smoke down the middle area. And while that's good, at least in, you know, delaying the terrorists pushing into the site, Inferno, obviously the map famously known for, you know, having terrorists forced to push within the last 20 seconds, at least when you could reuse smokes from the previous round and then rebuy. So obviously going into this one, it's nice to see LDLC switch things up and have a far more passive CT side. They can use the smokes late round and just allow Silhouette to take the mid-control, but they've not quite worked that out yet. They put a lot of focus towards B, and they're going to do it again. It's Lolita again on the boost. One quick kill. It's going to be 2. They expect it this time. There we go. 3. Lolita's got the full Monty. A Silhouette, they are just going to fall to pieces here. But again, the same strategy. They smoked off the ruins, and Lolita this time was expecting it. She boosted, and I'm not sure what Nasty's doing. I think she sprayed through the smoke or something, but she's killed her teammate. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, hasn't worked out. Well, at least for Lolita. She gets 3 kills. Athena now looking to fade back into, well, the abyss. Just move away, go back to spawn, and make sure that she holds onto the rifle into the next round. Now, their economy is going to be hurting after that one. They do manage to keep a few players alive in the last round. That's at least something. That's a benefit. And they may be able to get a buy, and I think they probably should buy, because otherwise they're just saving for next to nothing, and Athena won't have anything to go into the next round. But unfortunately, this is going to leave them 8-1 down. Now, if you look at the money, they can actually rebuy quite comfortably. They could even get an AWP if they want it. Now, T-side Inferno, I don't think AWPs have ever been anything like ridiculously common. We're not looking at it going, yeah, do you know what? You have to have a T-side AWP. No, that's not in the question at all. And they're not going to. The problem is, it is just looking like they're getting out-fragged at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's going to come down to experience. First international LAN, first LAN, new team, not as much experience, you know, against top-tier opponents, and that's a great example. Just walking late into the middle, not expecting to go down. Boop, Cerise right there. Going to be able to drop Antika early on. Oh, sorry, Antika? Wrong team. Athena. We got that right.
You're too busy thinking about Secret.
Yeah. Hey, that's a secret, Tom.
Oh.
LDLC, woman advantage. I'm still struggling with that one. Silhouette still.
It just doesn't have the ring
no,
to
it doesn't.
it.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't flow off the tongue.
Yeah, you need a one-syllable word.
Yeah.
They're going to be a she now.
No, just never speak again. Just don't.
Girl work? I feel like that. I don't know. Either way, we're not good with words. It's not our job. So we're going to have advantage over towards this CT side. Smoke is going to come in towards Arch. That doesn't really isolate the positions of the two CTs currently on Arch side. They're both actually playing close. And actually, this means that Nasty is going to be peeking out. Still doesn't want to add a death to her list. Fine to take a kill off of, or a death off of Lolita, but for herself, it's not going to be the case. Now the push comes in towards Sarichi. Actually getting tagged down. Naomi's going to get the entry onto the site, but needs to get the second. It's, well, going to be Bouchard to actually do that, but it is just a trade. Naomi down to just 2 HP. Bomb is likely to be planted, but there's only 15 seconds left on the clock, and already Alex is going to be rotating in. We have to see their after plants, and to be honest, at the moment they're not good, but luckily Chubby is going to be able to get one more. Quickly traded out by Lolita, and with the low HP and low utility, it's going to be very, very difficult. Naomi hiding in such a common position. It's all going to come down to the in-game leader, and I think she's going to get pre-fired. Klar with the retake once again, and this is going to be 9-1 on the board for LDLC.
Dominating stuff here. Silhouette really having an issue on
Those
Inferno.
gloves are awesome.
Obviously, I kind of stepped in for this match last minute, so I wasn't sure of the veto process, but do we have any information on that matter, or no? Okay.
It's Inferno.
It's Inferno.
And they banned the other 6 maps.
Okay, there we go. Deep analysis by your boy Tom Bizzle.
Technically, that is correct.
I'm not saying you're wrong. That's definitely true. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, you know, it is best of ones. You don't typically end up on a map you're uncomfortable with unless you literally are uncomfortable with every map, right?
Oh,
so,
actually, we do.
Yeah. So,
it was a ban, Silhouette ban Train, then we had Mirage ban by LDLC, then Cobble, then Cash, then Overpass, then Nuke, and we got on. So actually the last 2 maps were Nuke and Inferno.
So at least Silhouette aren't facing up against Vex. Well, oh no, I wish Silhouette were facing up against Vex, because every good map for Silhouette is every bad map for Silhouette is a good map for Vex. Sorry, I was trying to do maths in my head. Like, is that right? Is that the right team? Like, whatever.
Let's just agree to disagree, and I'm just going to pretend I have no idea what you... I'm going to pretend I understood.
I'm on the same page, you know. Either way, this map's going great. Silhouette, they're going to be on pistols here. Up towards the banana they go. They have a Molotov. Chubby may be using that for the boost, potentially, you know, the new plant pot spot, or towards the back of the site. Obviously, I'm sure people have new lineups so far for the oranges and dark, etc. A flash goes over. That's not going to do anything, really, as the TTs aren't pushing with it. They know they're only up against pistols. No need throwing away the round, but there we go. Nice peek from Klar. One quick kill. Going in for Lolita is going to be 2, and Klar just sprays down another couple as well. LDLC literally didn't even get shot.
Well, she sprayed through the coffins, and that's exactly where she sent them as well.
There we go. That's a good one. Nice play on words.
Thank you. I try. Very hard. 10-1. We will have a buy back on the board for Silhouette. Definitely hasn't been too much of a performance so far, but if they can get a few more rounds, they may be able to bring this back CT side. Still yet to really understand the full meta of this map as of yet. We've seen both sides of the map with heavy victories, and sometimes the veto process helps as well. Look at Cerise' aggression straight onto Bashar. No trade available. Just feasting and beasting at the moment, or the other way around, whichever one you like.
Naomi just holding on to the apartments, going to start to push her way in, but there's no one playing aggressively here from LDLC. The only apartments control they've really had has been over on that balcony with the UMP. We saw Alex play there a couple of rounds ago, but I like how they changed the setup at least. Move one player towards site, that's Alex. She can either focus on pit or just sit over towards the actual default, and she will go towards the back of the pit. And a double support over towards long here. This is good. So you can go have Seri, right? You get spotted out, you back off, take a pot shot with the AWP, and then you have the support from the cubby there with the one player with the M4. So this is actually a really nice setup from LDLC, and they're going to go aggressive in towards middle. This is nice. Flash goes over, but there's a close player. Promise going to actually get the drop, gets the first kill. Seri misses the arm shot there, and is going to have to back off as we see these Ts fast push up towards middle. Seri once more, though. She misses another, and that's going to be Promise. Very key round for her so far. Already found two, but we got two positions. Alex has to cover left and right. Looking around, but Chubby gets another entry in Silhouette. They should have got themselves to the next round.
Yeah, this leaves it down to two, but we've
no.
seen them come back from these positions before. Lolita pushing back in, manages to get two more, leaving it Chubby on the site, and then on the other side of things is Athena. Will peek out, but they still don't know where the other player, although I think Clara's just made steps. Athena will bring it back to a 2 versus 1. Now it's Lolita to clutch this alone, and Chubby is going to finish things off. So Silhouette, they get themselves a second on the board. Still a long, long way to go, and not even scratch the economy of the French.
No, I'd like to see a couple, rounds wrapped together at least here from the T side. Just get yourself a few on the board, get yourself something to play with, because as much as I'm sure LDLC may, as you can all guess, be able to close this out, at least it's looking that way. I'd like to see what Silhouette can do on their CT side. Yeah. I want to see them get the pistol, and I want to see them at least roll together and try and do something, because obviously this is a team, as we've said many times, we don't really expect anything of. So it'd be nice to see if they can actually have some kind of impact into this game. And oh no, this is how you really switch up the pace, Tom. Going from the most passive CT side to pushing down into the apartments. This is really going to catch these players off guard. I think they're not going to be expecting this.
Well, she's gone for quite a few aggressive peaks, actually. It's normally after the aggressive peak that she falls back, and that's, well, we've seen the aggression into middle. We've seen the aggression over towards mid as well. Now, just going to be playing passively at the moment. They should expect this, because she has done this before. I think she even killed Naomi in this position. So if... Oh, now this is where it could get dangerous.
If she sneaks into this, Naomi gets a drop right, because then it's a really slow peak, and Naomi's playing further away, where perspective's going to favour her, but it's all going to be on who peaks first and how fast they do it. There we go, this is going to be it. Sari goes down, almost hits a shot though, that landed by her feet, and Naomi gets the opening kill. That's good. So Silhouette holding the default, and this is why defaults work so well on T-sides when you're up against an aggressive CT. LDLC going to be down a player. They still have that deep apps control, as you can see. Nasty, there's a free kill. Quick trade, backs off towards the site, has support over towards long, and they have a perfect setup for this one.
Yeah, they're looking to just push back in as well, and this could be perfect for Nasty. Drops the bomb in behind. Chubby going to try and turn around and deal with that. They've already got the advantage, and well, now Clark pushes in, and this is shut down. LDLC take all the kills. Nasty's position throughout the round, very well played, and that will leave 11-2. And Silhouette in money troubles once again.
Dear oh dear, not a good position. I was hoping at least a bomb plant or something, but that was just a perfect setup from LDLC. The smoke went down, wasn't fully covered, and Alex peeks out. Easy kill for her. Bomb dropped, LDLC cleaned it up. Same from Bouchard. We now see Silhouette, as you said, low money. They aren't going to be investing too much, so some kind of fast round you'd expect. I like that. Wait for the nade. Now they're going to start to push up. We have Lolita with a Molotov. This is going to be perfect. She hears her footsteps. Double molly as well. Let's get some burning going. It's hot and spicy in here. Clara going to peek out. We see the cross, but she spots two players. Flash to support her teammate. And she actually goes in for the full fight. Takes down Athena. Her teammate's just going to double peek with her. Why not? Just get those eco frags. Get that ADR, Tom. This is how you really boost your HLTV stats.
Yeah, and well, Nasty's just going to steal all those kills away from Sari with the Deeg. 12-2 dominating CT half from LDLC. And well, we wanted to know what sort of form they were coming into this one. They are, well, they're definitely trashing Silhouette at this point in time. I don't think there's any argument with that. And well, Alex hasn't even had much to do. Only died 4 times, but only got 5 kills. Just sort of chilling at this point in time. Seems like everybody just having a dominating performance. It's going to be this peek out mid. Sari going to go for the timing shot, but the majority of players are just waiting over towards Banana. Obviously, it is a sketchy buy, a jumble sale buy. Got themselves a UMP, Galil in the mix, and even a Tech 9. A couple of AKs to boot as well. But it is 12-2. No matter what the round is here, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to come back from this situation. Pistol is a given. They have to win it. Otherwise, it will be closed out by LDLC. And I think they need this round as well.
Yeah, that would definitely help. Sari going to try and take away their chances, though. Leg shot there, I think, onto Chubby. And in the meantime, Bouchard going to get an entry as Lolita goes down. There's still Clara towards the back of the coffins, but she repositions, and cleverly so. They know that she's been playing that the entire game. And how is Sari missing this many shots? This is not like her at all. Silhouette throwing that fake smoke down towards B, going to start to back off in towards middle. But this is very risky once again. Chubby's posted up. Sari may miss a shot. She actually flashes herself, or her teammate does at least. Peeks too early, and Chubby gets the opening kill now. This is good for Silhouette. The issue is they need to wait for LDLC to get in their positions, although they're running through the molly. Chubby, that was really ballsy, and I don't think you have any as she goes down. It's Athena to trade things back out as a 3-on-2 goes in. Silhouette going to be able to get this bomb down as well as the rotations come in thick and fast for LDLC, but I'm definitely not counting them out despite the player advantage.
Yeah, this is going to be nasty. And Clark attempting the retake. Managed to do this quite a few times. Bashar will be getting one with the AWP.
Oh my god.
And the second as well. They will be able to get this back 12-3 at least. But it is a long, long way to go. Team LDLC definitely in a massive driver's seat at this point. And while we get to see some of the highlights, I think they're mostly going to be French side.
Are you sure? I'm not sure.
It was a good guess.
Yeah.
Good guess.
Nice stuff from Bouchard, though, obviously, to close to that 1 HP there with that ult shot. Oh, we got the slow-mo UMP. This is good. But yeah, I mean, not much analysis you can really do off that kind of matchup. Again, this is just kind of an underdog story.
So close.
I know, depressing. Oh dear. Either way, I mean, I'm impressed with the performance of LDLC. They came into this event as kind of one of the teams that are far more inconsistent. Again, maybe I'm looking into it too much, just this being their first match play, but they've done very, very well, in fact.
Yeah, this is always the case when you go into an event like this. You don't know who's going to turn up. Now, LDLC did get to the semi-finals, but a lot of that was sort of taken into a question just because of the way it was done. Obviously, the first in the group, and they got through sort of all on equal points, and then it was done by round difference between the teams, and everybody's sort of like, okay, don't really know how that happened. The French team getting through in France. It's always going to come down to a few questions. But so far in this game, they have looked impeccable. All of their players seem to be stepping up on different occasions, playing with sheer confidence. So I'm not going to take anything away from them here. They've looked very, very good.
Yeah, and look at this double Tech 9 play. No Raid Boss in action, actually, which is a bit of a shame, but we still have 2 Tech 9s, and that will be fun to watch. Flash in through middle, and here we go. Storm the front. It's going to be Athena playing close. Promise hits the first headshot, but Athena gets dropped over towards Shaw. And Promise is going to wrap back around towards the CT spawn, but Alex, she's on 2 headshots already. Easy sight take from LDLC. It's just going to come down to aim at the end of the day. That was nothing strategic. Silhouette probably should have hit their shots there, but oh, no Promise. Oh, walking right through the smoke. She's not going to realise. She's making so much noise as well. There's a player behind her. Oh, there's one. Sari's going in for more, but she has aim punch, and Promise drops her. Nice trade, but it's still a 2-on-3, and LDLC, they've still got this bomb site.
Not going to be picking up the Tech 9. A little bit disappointed. It is very overpowered, and well, I mean, at least in this round, it's looking like Alex is the one who's overpowered, taking 3 kills already. Promise, nothing she can do, so that is going to be 13-3. And, well, not really seeing too much hope at the moment for Silhouette.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a force fight here, obviously, but going into this round, it's just going to be another cleanup for LDLC, and we see it again here, Tom. This is the same buy. This is the SMG Deagle P90 UMP meta mix, and not so meta mix because they haven't got any rifles. But I mean, at this point, I don't judge it because it's 13-3, and so you kind of look at it and go, yeah, no, that makes sense, right? You can go for the meme buys at this point. Either way, Silhouette, they've got a chance to get into this game, considering they are up against a bit of a weak buy in terms of, you know, what LDLC really has showed up with on the T side. The issue is, obviously, you know, you're going to have these UMPs, you can just run around corners and spray with those things and just, you know, not stop moving. 3 easy kills there. That being said, Silhouette still do have Tech 9s? 5.7s, that's the one. So very effective at close range. Yeah, still broken.
Basically, they're both broken pistols that you can spam and run with.
So toxic.
But I'm more interested in the fact that Sari is so confident at the moment that she is just buying the dig. Every time. She did this in the last as well. Already a little bit of damage done, but we will see Athena spotting the majority of the players, pre-firing the angle, but they're going to be pushing onto Promise as they wrap around.
Yeah, onto the site they go here. Promise, good position actually towards the back. Although she hasn't got armor, she can still land a quick kill. Look at them jumping in, it's like bunnies as they run into the site. And Athena takes down 2 quick kills, but she does get traded. Naomi as well picks up 1, but Bouchard towards the back of the pit runs out of mouse pad. She drops and on the back of the site. What is happening, Tom? This is an absolute cluster of frags. And Silhouette, somehow, they're going to get the better of it.
Yeah, Lolita with the Pro 90. Come on. I don't want this weapon to win. She hits quite a lot of damage.
No.
1 HP is all that is left. Gonna go for the bomb plant. Naomi is gonna come running back around. 1 bullet is all it would take, but look at the pre-fire. Lolita just trying all she can to stay alive. Gonna be hiding in the corner. This is a very common spot. I almost want Naomi to just pre-fire this. It's such common, and she will. The P90 will not do the 1 versus 2, and I am praising the Lord.
She didn't pray to Emily hard enough, clearly. The only proven pro with the, with the P90. Either way, Silhouette, they are going to pick it up. And I mean, not even Naomi saves a UMP over the P90 because she knows what's up. She knows what gun's good. But Silhouette, they actually make it work. I did say that was a good, their best potential to get back in because obviously they don't have a great buy. No, they only have pistols, but still up against SMGs. Yeah,
I don't get, well, not force buys. It's these second round buys. There's so many teams doing it. Just where they're like, yeah, we'll just go for all SMGs and not pick up any rifles, and I don't understand.
But it's just at this event, right? It's not like any other teams I've ever seen do it up until today. It's just been so many.
Well, the secret P90 rush. I will never forget that round on Cobble during the Star Series, but that was just more PM than anything else. Nice start from Athena. Doesn't want to use her SMG, just decides to use the USP instead. Ooh, Bouchard, nice shot. Will leave just nasty left. They do need to keep these rounds as clean as possible, so losing any players will not be happening. Well, other than Athena right at the beginning of the round, they're going to be able to build up a little bit of cash. And interestingly, with the amount that was actually forced into that round, LDLC can't really get a full buy.
Now, that's a surprise as well, considering they didn't even fully commit to it. They were saving just so they could get the buy here, and it's kind of worked out the other way.
So I think they're actually going to do the same again. Yeah, a bit of a questionable scenario, but they have the rounds to play with. That's there for sure. They definitely have enough rounds that they can afford to just, well, basically take a little bit of a risk. Now, we are just going to have a few Tech 9s. Looking like they're going to go for a similar setup. Athena is actually boosted up. Don't see this position too much. Flash will come through. They are going to see her. And that will be Alex getting 1, but there's Promise. Spraying down 3. Closing down this round. Bouchard is going to be trying to deny this plant, but actually looking like Claw will get away with it. So that's a success. Yeah, considering what was invested. It's a decent round.
Getting the money out for the next round as well is going to guarantee a buy this time. So at least they haven't, invested too much or something. You know they've got the buy, which is obviously the safest option. And seeing Suri back on that AWP as well is nice to see. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
If she picks it up.
I mean, yeah. Again,
like, she has pretty much picked up every round, so I wouldn't be overly surprised if she picks up T-side, but it's not that
She has 8K, so I think she's just making a decision. Yeah, she just bought it. So yeah, I mean, the thing is, right, the second round thing from Suri is pick up that Deagle so she can save for the AWP. She doesn't fully invest, she just gets a Deagle pistol, Deagle armor and some nades, right, so she can save a bit of cash. But the thing is, I think, why not get a Tech 9 on the T side? Way more effective, way easier to get entry frags with as well.
Also, I have to say, I'm not a fan of people saving for an AWP when you win the first round. I think that's a really weird dynamic. Like, the only reason would be if you literally cannot rifle, but even then, you pick up a Mac 10, you get 2 kills, you pay for the Mac 10.
Yeah, it's a hard one to justify, but like...
And also, it's sort of in round scenarios like that, where they lose the round and you kind of think,
she had a gun.
She had a gun. then it's not really... Because the Deagle as well on T side is actually quite difficult to play. Now, we are going to see the boost coming in. As said, common boost, but although countering it is definitely going to be something that a lot of teams do, as of yet, I haven't seen too many very effective counters other than just pre-fire.
Yeah, I mean, I think Silhouette seemed fairly practiced on this map despite the scoreline, because obviously they had that wrap round on the T side to attack. So now seeing them on defense, I see they have any interesting way of kind of keeping this player up there. If they have any kind of, flash a teammate through, for example, you can right-click your flash off of that boost really, really easy and pop it just so it peaks, so you can allow maybe a player to peek from sight or something. I'd like to see if they have some good team play or something here, but we're going to see the mid play come out, so the B play come out as the smoke goes down. Naomi gets a free one. There we go. Nasty trades, but there we go. Klar finds another. It's going to be a quick trade going in the favor of LDLC. Silhouette, they are going to lose out on a player here. Left in a retake scenario, and this is one of those, do we do it or do we run?
Yeah, the thing is, in most scenarios like this, I would say run, but the scoreline, I wouldn't even blame them if they went for it. They're so far down in this sort of scenario that they really do need a miracle, but with Klar already finding another, I just don't see them winning this. I don't see a way that they could actually get back into this site. Maybe they can hold for a couple of exits, but it's just not happening. There's no way in this scenario that they're going to be able to come out here, and already we'll see another one dropped. The face is going to be attempted, and, well, nasty. Sat in the corner will add another to the death toll. 2 rounds, and we are done. And they will be able to buy, to be fair.
Yeah.
There's going to be another pause coming in, so I imagine that's tactical.
I like the attack as well. A lot of teams would kind of back out at this point, but it's nice to see they're still in this one. Well, not really in this one, but mentally.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to change something.
Yeah.
Like, I respect, like, teams who duck out before the end of the game, I don't have very much respect for at all.
No.
So the fact that
you're not a fan of iBar Power, clearly.
They didn't duck out near the end of the game. They ducked out before the game.
Well, I mean, either way.
Hashtag was it worth it?
$300, boys. More passive, more field testing. Let's go. Either way. What? Okay. Like,
just the level of jokes that have been said in this stream so far. It's getting a little bit late, and we've still got a long way to go. So
yeah, we're halfway through, or just over halfway through. I mean,
we're getting into the latter stage. I think we got 3 left.
3 maps. So what's that? 9 hours? Yeah. Okay. Good. No, jokes of course. But
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We got up very early for this, and you know we're feeling
We're being rewarded.
We're being rewarded with some great Counter-Strike. Well, Silhouette not going to be on that AWP. They had the money for it, obviously, but still going to sit with the rifles. And this is the kind of round where I think, okay, you should be picking up the AWP, right? Because yes, you may not have a dedicated AWP, but someone can do it, right? Just give it to someone, because at this point you need to find yourself an early pick. You need to get yourself the player advantage early on by sending an aggressive player down banana, picking second mid through app, something like that. I mean, we saw the amount of ways that Sari was able to do it on LDLC CT side. So why are we still sticking with the full rifles like that's working out for Silhouette? Change up the pace. And look at this, nice Molotov. They know Athena's right here, don't they? They're going to be prepared for it. The Molotov not going to quite reach it. Surprisingly, wallbang that's fully wallbangable. Not a lot of damage, but will force her out of the position, and that will just completely allow them to take her out.
We are looking at the peak. Athena will actually win the duel. Now all she has to do is fall back. They've got that early advantage. And now we are looking to see how this T-side will react. Already they're not employing the boost this time. I think they're playing a much more passive position from Chubby. Going to go back towards Coffins. Throw the Molotov down to try and stop Klar. Will give away her position. Naomi going to be sat back towards the site as well.
But I mean, look at this pre-rotation, right? They've moved another player towards B, and that's the thing. LDLC still, while 2 players are up top banana, this is still a default. The bomb's still at bottom mid. We've still got this late apps control here from Nasty. So right now they haven't committed, although that may change things. Double entry from Klar. What is that? Spray down attempt on, oh, Chubby could have got herself 2 there, but she's just going to fall short. Now it's all on Bouchard. And may I say that this round is truly over.
Yeah, this is going to be a very difficult position to try and retake from, and Sari will end things. 1 more round to go, and it's going to be a very difficult one for Silhouette to win. They don't have the economy to go back into this one. We did get to see a little bit of their CT side at least, and I have to say that considering this is their sort of first tournament, I think the level of preparation is definitely good. Like, they've clearly got something in their locker. I think they just basically need to practice more. I think that's all we really need to see. Also, this is called being thrown in right at the deep end. Like, LDLC are a team who've been in the female scene for quite a while now. And obviously they've added Klar in, which is only going to improve the roster. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough time. Obviously, there's still another match for them to play. It's not one and done. Do at least get a second chance.
What? That flick shot through the smoke. Okay, and that's the thing as well. You say thrown in the deep end. It's not like, oh yeah, they're going to the losers match and they'll get a an easier match up there. They're up against experts. That's not an easy match. That's
these are tough groups.
Yeah, these are really tough groups, and that's good. I like the competitive groups. I'm glad we don't have 4 groups of teams, and then half the teams are kind of not on the level as say some of these teams like LDLC and CLG, for example. So yeah, Silhouette really have got a tough job ahead of them, but let's stay in the here and the now. Team LDLC, up towards middle. We have the double peek from Silhouette, one towards quad and obviously one towards the long area, but Promise it's down to 19 after that AWP shot, so this is going to be interesting. Resmoke goes through. Oh, sorry, that's a decoy. Faked me.
Good old decoy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no! Timing going to get the better once again. Athena will be able to get 1 kill with the 5-7. It is going to be traded. Advantage over towards this T side once again. 3 versus 2 going into what looks like the final round, but maybe Bouchard can do something here. Manages to spray one, trade it out, leaving just Naomi left.
Yeah, not a doable situation, but she's got a damn try as it is 1 round away from defeat here in the first match of this, or these two teams, right? She's going to push her way back around through middle at least. Stop laughing at me, Tom. You're so abusive here. You're like a bad husband. Naomi, she has a smoke. I'm not sure how much that can help in this position, but at least, you know, completely put off the AWP if she throws that down over towards the site. The issue is Nasty's over towards the pit, so Naomi getting a flashbang from the floor, throws that out. That gives away a position, though. Now they're both prepared. Nasty set up with the crossfire, but it's the AWP to strike. Suri takes her down, and that's going to be it. LDLC take the first map and the first match for themselves, 16-6 up against Silhouette. Can't exactly say an unexpected result, but definitely a dominant one.
Yeah, and they're going to go on to the winner's bracket, more importantly. They're going to get to face off against CLG Red, and then whoever gets that goes straight through to the semi-finals and will avoid Secret, more importantly. I think that's the big thing, that obviously the second team to go through will be, well, whoever loses that game versus the winner of the loser's bracket, and they will, I think, if I'm correct, actually face off against Secret, which is going to be a very tough game no matter what. That shot was ridiculous, just straight through the smoke. But yeah, Silhouette, they are going to go on to face Expert. I think that game is not going to be any easier than this one. It's going to be a tough matchup. A lot of talented players over on that roster. I wonder if we can actually get the bracket up on screen and have a little bit of a look at how things are going at the moment, even though we have described them. It'd be nice to have like a pretty little picture.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's ready yet, but maybe in a minute. You never know.
Maybe in a minute. Maybe in a minute.
It's still being done. Either
it's still being designed, coloured in.
Yeah.
We actually do it in crayon.
We go on paint. That's what we do.
Oh, I prefer crayon.
Okay, we'll make one for you on crayon, Tom. You know, we'll get your crayon out.
I would love that if they made all the overlays and just handed it to me in crayon and I had to like hold them up to the camera. But there we go. Someone has got their paint skills out and we have got the bracket. Obviously, as you can see, Expert Silhouette will be facing off, and then the winner of that will go to the decider match, who will play the loser of CLG Red versus LDLC, which is actually coming up next.
It is indeed, and I'm going to be covering that with Risk as well, so be sure to stick around, guys.
I got a little hook dragging me off.
Yeah, actually no, we got a couple of minutes, right? You know, while the players set up for the next match. Let's kind of, we don't want to go too deep into the analysis for the next map, but at least in predictions.
Stealing your own things to say.
Yeah, I know, whatever. Predictions for LDLC, CLG?
I still think it's very difficult to say. Obviously, CLG Red came into this and beat Expert. I thought that Expert would be the sort of dark horse. Now, we've already seen one team come back from the depths and then come back and beat the team that they just saw, so I wouldn't mind seeing that. That's sort of if CLG then lost, but at the same time, from what we've seen so far, obviously LDLC have played a team we've never played on LAN before, so we don't actually know what sort of standard they are. We know that they can destroy someone who's not quite at their level. That doesn't teach us anything. But they did look very impressive. All of their players seem to be showing up in different rounds. But take it this way, so you've got Jinjin on the other side of things, you've got, well, also on CLG Red, but you look at the AWP of Suri, and she was hitting a lot of shots, but she was missing a lot of shots as well. So I definitely think that I'm actually going to go CLG Red. I think they'll take that one. And then I think, obviously, we'll have LDLC versus probably Expert, unless Silhouette can bring something out of the bag.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree, especially after seeing the way that CLG just took Expert completely apart. I mean, again, I personally expected Expert to 2-0 the group. I maybe a bit, you know, overcommitted for me, but I just thought they were the kind of team to kind of just come in and just jump, you know, head first in.
The best German roster.
Exactly. But either way, we're going to be going for a short break, guys. So we'll be back, obviously, with the winners match in just a few minutes. That'll be LDLC versus CLG, a pretty big matchup for French and Canadians. We'll see you in just a few.